Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. Now it's time for us to learn another new concept in the CSS, that is nothing but the cascade. How the cascading algorithm works in the CSS. Let's try to see it. Now we have completed these all the different types of selectors available in the CSS we have completed. Now let's move on to the another topic. Let's say that we have a scenario in such a way that sometimes two or more competing CSS rules could apply to an element. So that means what I want to say is two CSS rules are there which applies to the same element. So we need to see that how the browser chooses which one to use and how to control this selection. So let's try to learn about this one. For example, if an element is having a CSS rule, two CSS rules to the same element, how this browser chooses that correct element for the correct CSS to apply to that element and how it can control it. Let's try to see. That is the main thing which we want to try. I can say that if I try to go open this one notepad, let me open this notepad. Yeah, I think you are able to see my thing. We know that CSS stands for cascading style sheets, right? So this is the full form of this one, CSS. Here the cascade, what is the meaning of this cascade? Cascade is nothing but it is an algorithm. Okay, cascade is an algorithm for solving the conflicts where multiple CSS rules apply to a single HTML element. So I will repeat it again. Cascade is nothing but it is an algorithm where it is used to solve the conflicts when multiple CSS are applied to a single element. So when we are having a multiple CSS to the single element, so this algorithm will decide which CSS we need to apply to that element. It is the reason. So here if we try to say, for example, let's say that I am having here, we will be removing all this then. I'm having a button. Okay, click here. I'm having a button, click here. If I open here in this one, I'm able to see this is the button, click here. Now what I will try to do here, so this is the CSS. For this button, I want to have color of red. You see here, the button has a text color of red. Fine. Let's try to apply again another CSS to the same element. Button, color of green. So now which color will apply? So now I am trying to apply the two CSS styles to the same button element. So which one will take? Obviously all of them knows that it will take the green color. Some people who doesn't know it, let's try to explore it, how it will take. Why not? It's red color. Red color also is there, right? So it can also apply the red color, but it is actually applying the green color. So these type of conflicts, if an element has the multiple CSS, these type of conflicts in the HTML elements to whatever the CSS we want to apply, using the cascade algorithm, the CSS will solve this type of issue. So that is the reason why this button color is in green color, because of the cascade algorithm. So understanding this cascading algorithm helps you understand how the browser resolves the conflicts like this. So we need to understand that. First we need to understand the cascade algorithm. Then only you will be able to understand how this browser can able to satisfy this type of conflicts. So let's try to learn about this one. The cascade algorithm actually is split into 4 distinct stages. So there are 4 different stages how this cascade algorithm will calculate the CSS what to apply. The first one is the position and order of appearance. So this is the first one. So that means the order of which your CSS rules appear. So this is the first one. The second one is specificity. So we will try to cover this one afterwards later. Specificity, it is an algorithm. Okay, so this is an algorithm which determines which CSS selector has the strongest match. So it has an algorithm for the selectors to select which has the strongest match, which selector has the strongest match. The specificity calculates that one. The third one is the origin. Origin means the order of when CSS appears and where it comes from, whether that is a browser style or CSS from a browser extension or the user other resident CSS. So it will try to take the origin from where this CSS has came from. So from which files, from where it has been came from. So there will be nothing but what I can say is the browser has some specific CSS from this one that is came, or what from extensions. When you are trying to install some extensions in the browser, those extensions also will try to inject the CSS. So this one, whether it came from the extension or the user written CSS. So when you are trying to develop an application, you will be writing the CSS file, right? So user written CSS or what. So it will try to check these all the things also. The fourth one is the last one is the importance. Okay, importance. Yeah. So some CSS array. So we want to have such a scenario that whatever may be the things, I want to give the CSS rule more weightage heavily than others. So if you want to give the CSS rule to be applied heavily than others, means we will use this importance. Normally we denote with this one with using not important. Okay, exclamatory mark important. We will use this scenario to mention particular CSS rule as a heavily if you want to match it. So these are the 4 different stages which cascading algorithm actually works. So here we have seen position and order of the appearance, specificity, origin, and also the importance. So these 4 are the very much important for defining the CSS rules to apply to an element. Here if you try to see here, we are able to see that button has applied a color of green. How we can know how it has applied the color of green is nothing but first rule. It will try to match with the first rule. So what is the rule I need to apply. So the first one is the position and order of appearance. So at what position these 2 are coming. So this one is coming at the first position and this one is coming at the second position. So the latest one will be taken as the preference. The first situation, the first stage has been passed. So that is the reason we are able to get the green color. So like this we used to calculate. So these are the 4 different stages of the CSS. In the next session we will try to learn each one by one, how the position and order defines, what is the specificity. So it's a very big one. We'll try to discuss about this one also. Origin and also the importance also we'll try to see. So this is all about the cascading algorithm. So how the cascading algorithm means how the CSS selects the CSS rules for a particular element means. So using these 4 stages it will try to decide it. So these 4 stages only it will try to decide. If these 4 stages say anything is matching means, then it will try to apply that CSS style. So this is all what I want to tell you. Hope you understood about this cascading algorithm different stages. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.